Is it on?
Yeah. See the red light?
It's filming?
Crap.
Yeah.
There's a red light?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tally light this side. I don't think you can see
Well,
it.
good thing Josh is going to edit it. All right, folks, welcome to the show. And as you can see, our production value has gone through the roof almost immediately. And that's no secret. We got our boy Josh, RSMP. Make sure you check out his channel. So he is hooking us up with a sweet camera and lights and a bunch of numbers and things I didn't really understand, but it looks sick. So as you guys know, he's been shooting a lot of videos for us. I'm sure you saw the part 1 of the New Year's Day race. Part 2 coming shortly. We're going to circle back to all that and talk about his channel stuff, but first we're going to do a couple updates because we haven't seen you guys in a little while. So we had the New Year's Day race was kind of our last thing that you probably saw from Josh there. But moving forward past that, we did end up putting new carpet on the track, painting the walls, new banners going up. Basically just an overhaul on the carpet track, which I'm sure most of you saw at this point, but those you didn't, maybe my boy edited in a little B-roll for us. I don't usually do that, but Josh is stepping the game up here.
This is me sprinkling the magic, if you were wondering.
Yeah. He's well beyond my editing skills of just uploading things.
The new carpet is so good.
It feels good. It smells good.
Grip for days.
Yeah, so the new carpet is definitely very nice. We're looking to keep it nice too, so make sure you do some work on your cars there. Try not to rip it up or anything. With that being said, the upcoming race is the January Jam. We got oval this Saturday. Don't mind the printer, it's just cleaning itself conveniently. We have the on-road race next Sunday, and the off-road race is this Sunday. So come out January Jam this Sunday, 2023. It's going to be sweet. What are you thinking about short course, Tyler?
Why you got to call me out on video?
Well,
I'm probably not going to make this one.
Oh, Tyler P's not making it. But
it's a Sunday race, bro.
It doesn't matter.
You don't need Tyler P to run short course, kids.
You guys can still bring out those short course trucks. We don't need Tyler P, although he is kind of a legend in the short course tournament. Although it was Randy.
It was the person it should have been. It was Randy.
Did he win the event?
Oh, he TQ'd and won.
Okay.
Randy was an animal.
And quite frankly, that was 110% what I wanted. I wanted to be behind Randy and just see him in the limelight. It was awesome. And he won a hauler bag.
Oh, did he get the Pro Line bag?
Yep.
Oh, very nice.
So, mission accomplished.
That was awesome. That's awesome. And it is a fresh layout, too. We just changed it before we shot the show here.
Yep.
Fresh layout went in. We do have a triple, no more quads. We backed off on that a little bit. It was getting a little...
Go mod or no quad.
But it is still a triple out there, and quite a long double that could probably count as a triple if we put a jump in the middle of it. Beside that, pretty much back to normal here around the shop after the holidays. I know we took a couple weeks off there, but it was a real busy week for us, so fitting in the YouTube was a little tricky for us. But we're going to swing around. We're going to talk about RSMP today a bit. Obviously, we have my buddy Josh with us. And, I don't know, talk about your production a bit here, man.
I'm Josh from RSMP RC and also Running Scared Motion Pictures, the parent company. That's kind of what I started with, doing short films and stuff like that. And I wanted to sink my teeth into something that we could do more consistently, and I loved racing. I didn't really do the RC racing, but I'd been here a few times, and I was kind of like, Chris seemed like a cool guy, let's see if he's into it. I came down, he basically gave me the keys to the kingdom, said, I like your work, make some cool stuff. And coming into this year, I think we've really been working on trying to up our production value. I was talking to you guys earlier, and I mentioned, last year when we started, I think I was making cool things. But this year, I think I'm making good things. I think they're really watchable. I think my editing's better, my timing's better. I think I'm able to, especially now that I have relationships with some of the people at the track, I'm capturing that better.
Yeah.
And instead of just me doing the voiceovers, in part 2, which is going to come out on Friday at 6 o'clock, Tyler's in it. I'll tell you, man, when I'm talking about capturing the emotion, you are the star of that part in my eyes. I just think the things that you talked about throughout that video, the passion that you had, it was flawless.
It was really nice.
Yeah, and I mean, part 1.
Great. my cheeks match my shirt.
No, it's good, man. It really is. I think you're a great representation of what the sport's supposed to be. I think it was really cool to hear you talk about why short course was there, and then to hear you talk about Randy. I didn't get to see what the follow up was to see if he actually beat you. But that's cool. It's that's what
handily.
That's what I'm here. That's what I want to capture. I mean, we're different than other channels. yeah, there's a lot of channels that will show you the fastest guys or the guys that are out there that are just destroying their gear. I don't want to do that. Like, I want to show you like why this is like worth spending your time, your effort, and your money. Like, if you were thinking about doing something with your family, come down to RC Madness, talk to Chris, talk to Tyler's, buy a plane, buy a boat, buy a rally car, buy a on-road vehicle, if you have any interest in any of this, there is something in the RC world for you here.
That's for sure.
That excited me. So that's what we're doing here, and we're coming out swinging this year. All our videos are we're gonna try to make them top-notch productions, and really just try to make people connect and care about them. I'll throw my shameless plug in here, but as always, I'm looking for anybody that wants to jump on and help out as far as support, with anything. And, RC Madness has been a huge supporter of us now, and they're helping out with a ton of stuff, which is why we're here trying to make better content for you guys and help out a little bit,
And you don't just do RC stuff, right? Like, you can do function. You were talking about doing weddings, so there's other things that, I can't overemphasize the ridiculousness of the setup right now. Like, normally it's me and Tyler and a GoPro with like 20% battery.
It's not a GoPro.
What is it?
It's a something Sony.
It's like a
it's a something Sony. My apologies.
It's a little better than that.
But the point is
Underselling
like
me.
we've got a massive light
Yeah, it's
there,
nowhere close to
a
what we're
boom
using.
mic there, a background light there. He's talking like I sound when I talk about RC cars to people who don't know RC cars. That's how he sounds when he talks about recording and lighting.
Josh's stuff is pretty epic.
He's super well equipped, and he's really like you can tell he's really enthusiastic. And I can't say enough good things about the quality of your work, and especially the New Year's Day race video.
It's awesome.
If you haven't checked it out, go to his channel. Chris gets grumpy when we use PG-13 language, so I'm just going to say it's absolutely epic. And, part 2 is going to be really good, too. I've seen the director's cut. It's killer.
The director's cut.
Can't say enough good things.
No, and I appreciate that, man. Again, that's why I'm here and doing it. And like the people at this track, it's like I see the connections, I see the families, and it's I know people appreciate it. And I wouldn't be here if they didn't, And getting to interview Chris's dad, to me in part 1, that was the coolest thing about that entire video. He was so passionate about his stamps, like the way we love RC and video, he loves stamps, and like to get to just it was. I came in here and dropped off my gear a few times, and he's in here working, and we would just shoot the breeze and talk, and he's it was cool. And I don't know, but yeah, just to wrap this up real quick about me, but like, yes, I do shoot weddings, music videos, basically any sort of events. If you're building, restoring an old car and you want to document, I can stop in for an hour at a time, 5-6 times throughout the course of a year, film some progress. I want to work with my camera. I was a full-time firefighter paramedic for 15 years, and I walked away from that. I love the job. I delivered babies, I saved lives, and I ran into burning buildings, but if I'm being honest, my heart and my passion lies with filmmaking and connecting with people and getting to just create the art that I do. So if you have any video ideas, reach out. I am serious. I would love to spearhead it and see if we can make something, great together. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you for allowing me to plug my nonsense in there for a minute.
No problem, man. Yeah, honestly, this stuff's been really awesome, and I'm sure you've seen it before. You did start out over the summer with some A-scale stuff. That was pretty sweet.
Yes.
We had the barbecue race or the opener race? I can't remember.
Did the barbecue blast for
The
sure.
barbecue blast was our first big video. And I'll be honest, like, I know you get so excited when we talk about the dirt. We love the dirt too. When it's the outdoor and it's the dirt, the way the cars slide, the way the cars hook up, the way the cars... It's different. Like, until we did the New Year's Day race, I didn't love carpet, if I'm being honest. But, like, I don't know. I think I captured it in a way that just really, like, it made me more excited about it this time. No, I'm still dirt. I'm still dirt. I'm still Team Dirt. I promise you that, 100%.
Well,
what he's saying.
I tried to join Team Dirt, and the Dirt didn't love Tyler P. So,
and Tyler P didn't love the dirt either.
Yeah.
I know what Josh is saying about the dirt, though.
There may be a return in the future.
You catch Justin jumping his truggy down off a jump, and it's like,
I will
the
say
corner.
the
it looks sick.
dirt racing is very arguably more cinematic.
Oh, for sure.
And especially when you're watching a driver like Justin and guys that can manipulate the car, it's like watching motocross, only with RCs.
Yeah, one of the greatest shots I think that I've got in the entire time I've been doing this, it wasn't dirt, but talking about drivers, Daniel Settler did a whip. This shot was so cool. It's in it actually got like no views. It's at like 190 views, but I shot the J Concepts race here. I was able to I was zooming in and hitting focus, like both with the same hand. He threw literally the fattest whip. It was completely sideways. I zoomed in, so I got the car perfect. I zoomed back out, get the landing, and when he passed me, I turned up and I pulled focus and I hit him exactly in the spot in the driver's stand, like up there using his car. And like, it's a cool shot, but like technically, if you understood like what I had to
What
do,
it took
like
to get that shot.
it was literally just, it was so impressive, and like that was
You still have
awesome.
that footage?
I do, yeah. I'll put the clip
I'm gonna
in.
link whatever down below here. So
I've probably
check it
already
out.
been editing all the cool videos and cuts and overlays to this already, so
I'm sure
don't
you've already
worry.
seen it. I'm not used to that, but everything will be linked down below for the full video and obviously his channel, because I'm sure you guys have seen him run around here. Any of the racers have definitely seen Josh run around here with a camera. I mean, it's all kind of the crazy like movie thing, the jigs, and I don't know. It's crazy. It's insane.
If you guys have seen it, I can't stress this enough. I hate the hustle, but please like, comment, subscribe, and share, because the problem is if that stuff doesn't happen, YouTube does not care about what you're doing and they will not push it out. That's why, like, when I spend 10, 20 hours working in a video and it gets 170 views, like, that's hard. If people like the comment, even if you're not watching it, let it play in the background. Like, that really helps me out. Like, I'm here really trying to promote the sport.
It is true. Yep. I mean, not that, I don't get that many views either, but he puts in way more editing time obviously than I do, because you can obviously see what's happening in this video compared to like the last one we shot, and that intense amount of video editing that's an insane, like I've done some, but the music and the lights and the like, if he's in here shooting all day, I mean, you shoot like 6 hours of video or something crazy like that, just to sift through, what did you say, how many terabytes?
One full a little under a terabyte. It was technically like 960 gigs, but yeah, I shot almost a terabyte just at the New Year's Day
For some
race.
perspective,
Holy crap.
Yeah.
For some perspective, I think sometimes our podcast is like 2 gigs. Like on a long night.
It fit on like a 3.5 floppy.
So more or less 500 to 1,000 times the video footage that we get, and he's sifting through this to make a 15-minute video out of whatever amount of hours that's honestly insane, dude.
Yeah.
So props to you, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So definitely check out his channel, and it is true, because aside from YouTube, not talking about RC cars here, the way YouTube is very weird. Some things hit and some things don't, and if you can put a monster amount of effort in a video and again get 150 views, and then all of a sudden just drop a 2-minute video about nonsense and you get 100,000 views.
Yeah.
It's really odd at what it decides to pick, but the liking and the commenting definitely drives things to the front page. Yep. Even just dropping a nice video and a like, you don't have to write a book about it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no, exactly.
Even just liking his channel, subscribing, pushing it. It's a big help, and obviously keeps him going, and maybe you'll end up in one of his videos, a spotlight like some of the guys we had in part 2 there.
That's the cool thing about the New Year's Day video, parts 1 and 2, is you've got both of the Strattons, you've got both of the Bishops, you've got whatever. You got to listen to me more. Like Manny was on camera for the first time. You got Chris's dad. There were shots with Mike Coombs, shots with Scott because it was his last race. So Fumey, like Steve is basically smack talking Manny, being like, "I'm not going to put this car on the track unless I know I can like wreck you with it. This car is undefeated." Like there are these awesome moments. So
Manny falls back. That's because I wasn't there.
Yeah, you did. So if you're in the community and you're at these races, you should be watching his stuff because you're probably in it. And then you can share. And that was what I did. Was I was showing it to friends and family and so forth, because so many people, you're like, I race RC cars, and they're like, that's cool, boring. When you show them what you put together,
Definitely
like I had guys at work.
Feel a lot cooler.
Yeah, I had guys at work that were like, I had no idea those cars do that.
Yeah.
Because it's totally not what people expect. So
definitely got to get these videos to break out, just so we don't look so nerdy.
Yes, please make us look more normal.
You're doing yourself a favor, because it looks way cooler when Josh shoots a video.
Well, it's
you're not wrong.
It's not nerdy. In part 2, we've got obviously hasn't been released yet, but there's somebody talking about just like he does this with his kid to get him off the computer, not the screen, and
that was awesome,
he's learning mechanics skills, he's learning math, he's learning geometry. It's like not only are you learning to like spend time with your family and connect in a different way. Like I grew up racing motocross. I didn't do this, but like I'll tell you again, like I keep getting cheesy when I say stuff like this, but like on my deathbed, like I'm gonna remember those weekends where like my dad was up early washing my bike and wrenching, or the little bits of information that he instilled on me and taught me throughout, you know, like our racing time. Like that's the most important thing. And to be able to capture that and like high quality cinematic looks and preserve that for people, like that's what I want to do. Like I mentioned earlier, sorry to catch up.
No, you're good.
My favorite thing about the first part of the video was talking to Chris's dad. I mean, that was like, it was just awesome, you know?
So in high school, I rode dirt bikes. We didn't race. It wasn't like, you know, pro motocross or anything like that. We had a private track we rode at.
You weren't a pro motocross racer?
I was not, and just in case you guys didn't know. But that was what we did every Saturday. Mm-hmm. I would die for video.
Oh, man.
Never mind, like, of the quality you put together, but I would die for the video,
video
of us riding on that track when I was, you know, 16, 17, 18. It would be so cool to have, and that's what everybody, you know, if you're coming down here and you're around enough, you're going to end up in a video, and it's going to be on the YouTubes.
Just locking in memory.
For forever. Basically. You know, and you can go back to that and be like, look, honey, I used to be a somebody, you know, or whatever.
This was before RC was cool, before these guys blew this sport up.
Yeah. Before rappers had RC cars in their videos. And
Lil Wayne just became a pro skateboarder, if I'm not mistaken. So listen,
really,
anything can happen.
Yeah,
I can become a rapper.
Maybe not anything. I take that back.
I don't think it goes the other way.
Oh man.
But
yeah, but that is a solid point. I mean, these are all be essentially saved forever and moments in time that we probably would have otherwise forgot about, but has been captured in
for like
8K video.
For people, I'll say like me and Josh's age, right? You're still in your 20s. I'm well into my 30s, almost 40s.
36.
You're on your way to, you know. Our generation was photographed as kids. The current generation is being videoed as kids. And it's like so much better, so much cooler. It's so much more expressive, and you have that forever.
What I say to that, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. 1 second of video is 24 pictures. Like
24 frames per second, basically.
Yeah. So, but that's what, like, I'm telling you, like, I shoot
4,000 words a second.
I shoot weddings and stuff, and like, yes, the picture of like, especially like when the bride has her dance with her father at the end of the night, like that's what I just think when I default to this. But like, pictures of that, beautiful. Like you can see emotion. When it's in slow-mo to the music and the way that I shoot it, and you can see the way like the dad looks at his daughter on that day, and like it's different. Like it's like that's what you're like, and that's what I realized, and that's what I'm trying to get out there and capture, because again, working in the ambulance for all those years, like I learned what's important. Like winning these races isn't important. Having the best looking car, the fastest car, making the most money at your job's not important. It's the time you spend with your kids. It's the joking, it's the laughing. Like again, not to get into this, but like, you know, I seen a lot of people at the end of their lives, and unfortunately, like not one time were they like, hey, let me tell you about the boat that I bought. They talked about
all that time I spent at the office.
Or the let me tell you about the TV series I just spent, you know, shotgunning on Netflix. They talk about the nights that they spent wrenching with their buddies. Like in part 2, I don't want to keep spoiling it, but like Manny hits on it. You know, he's like, sometimes we just call each other to talk about what we're doing with our cars and stuff like that. Like that is the stuff that's important. And this hobby has so much of that. No, I shouldn't even say that this hobby, because that's not fair. RC Madness has so much of that spilling at the seams. Like more people need to know about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And take advantage of it and be a part of it.
It's definitely, well, I mean, we kind of talked about that in our last Changing Lives podcast, how it's a kind of a community of people with a general interest, and I think a lot of people, like Josh said, would be at home watching TV, otherwise would come down here and actually communicate and talk to people about a like interest.
Be around humans.
And Josh is here to capture a lot of that.
Yeah.
Even, you know, for that video, all the videos really, just us in the pits, you know, talking to each other. I mean, sometimes we're not even, most of the time, honestly, we're not even talking about RC cars. We're just talking about our lives and what's happening. It's just a great community, and I'm glad Josh is here to film a lot of it. And
yeah, me too.
I mean, no reason to not support my man over here. I mean, he's promoting the crap out of this hobby. I mean, he's down here on a Wednesday night helping us with our backroom podcast show of being shot with a GoPro camera. And he's here just helping us, and it's awesome.
And I made you guys help me carry in all this gear too. We brought in quite a bit of stuff.
Lights are very heavy.
Worth it.
To find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do you got?
Well, I was gonna say, can we talk a little bit of technical?
Yeah. What do you got?
So I think it's actually video 2 of the New Year's Day race. I said something about already looking forward to like the turf season, and I don't know why, but I am. So Team New Wave 17.5 is coming home with me, and the RPM. what was? Oh yeah.
Just throwing up some gang signs.
Okay. Well, please, no gang signs.
Do I have to like fade those out? I'll have to make his fingers fuzzy.
Pixelate it.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So I'm bringing one of these home with the RPM rotor, so I can do side by side and see how they compare. I've got a slot machine coming, the certified. I've got a Reds 17.5 Pro coming, which I have high hopes for. And I'll compare those to my R1 motor, which I ran last year a little bit. I put a new rotor in that. So I'm already like trying to line up the hot motors for 17.5 that I'm going to run. And my goal is to get a new wave motor that I will basically have 2 new wave motors to run independent and expert, run new wave batteries, and make the A in both with all new wave
Total
stuff.
domination.
I mean,
Word on the
saying.
street is new wave is the way to go. I'm just saying. That's what I hear.
Their batteries and mod have been good to me.
I hear it's the bee's knees.
And I've been
effect.
the bee's knees. Okay, Lois.
The batteries have been very good to us.
I need an eye charger because I want to see the internal resistance. That's the one thing I haven't been able to look at.
Yeah,
I've heard that they're close to Phantom, which is good enough for Tyler P.
I haven't looked. I just charged them.
Yeah.
You're more technical than I am.
Well, yeah.
And I've mostly been running Formula One, so it's...
So are you running new wave stuff in Formula One?
Of course I am.
Asking the question.
You didn't see the video that promoted Formula One and New
You guys
Wave
gotta
and all?
check out the Formula One video. That one's a pretty quick one,
It's
too.
on road. My eyes rolled in the back of my
Come
head. I was
on.
like, I'm out.
Of course I'm
Actually,
running.
hold on. Let me defend that real quick.
On road big cars.
Shooting on road is very, very difficult in what we're trying to do because there's no dirt, the tires don't slide, the cars don't spin, so
Yeah.
slow motion is almost pointless unless they hit something. So it's not that I'm trying to like, no, seriously.
You should do some slow motion because Justin did slow motion on his phone the other day. It was just a little short one, and we had F1 cars in a line coming around, and you could see the wings going like this, and the tires.
Could you really?
The tires on the carpet were like this, and actually Tony, or I think it was Anthony, or one of us went around the corner so hard that a wheel picked up, and the car rotated around and went back. It was just something that you never see.
But my point is, you just mentioned 2 shots that I would need to fill a 10-minute video with, and the rest of it is cars looking like in slow-mo, like they're not moving. So
It's more for my guilty pleasures rather than
Yeah.
a video, I guess. But that F1 video that you made was pretty awesome. If you guys got, I don't know, it was only a couple minutes. It wasn't too crazy. If you got a few minutes to spare, check that one out.
Yep.
I think that's on my channel, actually.
I had done an F1 cut that actually had you and a different Tyler out here.
Marcy.
Yeah, out
Must
here.
have been Marcy.
I believe
Yeah.
that's on my channel, but Josh did all the work for that one. I think I got his name in, but check it out. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, we did the one with you. You were on top of the bench talking about
green
the
car.
car. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the other thing that because after the New Year's Day, after watching video one of the New Year's Day race, I'm on your channel and I'm poking around. I ended up watching several of the 5th scale videos you did.
Oh yeah, those were
Where you
sweet.
went to, was it the Nationals in
Marlow,
New Hampshire?
New Hampshire at the Fiscal. Like,
You drove for a minute for that.
it actually wasn't too bad. It was about an hour and a half away. I got to tell you guys, like, I love this place. Like, this is my home track. But those guys, like, dude, we showed up and they literally brought us over, like, handmade, like, fresh, like, fried donuts that they had made. They set us up this super sick area. Like, you go there and you're, like, on your own little island in the woods. It used to be a horse pasture. There was only, like, 30 guys there. I mean, it's not, like, it's a huge thing, but, like, everybody there just like they forgot about everything else and they just had the greatest weekend. It was so much fun.
So the track is they're 5th scale, so it's like the low C5, 5T, whatever. The track looks like a slightly small motocross track.
That's exactly what it is.
You know, it like with the rocks in the dirt and the rooster tails and the loom and the looseness.
Yeah.
What I kind of wish off-road dirt was. You did one-on-ones with some of the drivers. You talked about the vehicles, and obviously you did your thing where you had a bunch of footage of the cars running. And I think you left a fair amount of the ambient noise, like you can hear the engines, you know, and their little weed whacker engines, gas jobs. They sound so cool. So I watched a few of those.
They do in the video,
That was
but
pretty good.
the noise is the problem with those. I mean, they are so loud and obnoxious in real life in person that
Video must be so
yeah,
good right now.
that people will literally they'll call the cops from miles away because of the noise. And I get it. I mean, I was there at the track. if you like it, it sounds cool. But if you don't, I could see how
You
it's
hate
tough.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I could see how it's tough.
They're all tuned pipe.
Right.
They're all pretty
Well, so
loud.
they're basically two-stroke motocross bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, there's something about like, I don't know, watching one of those, like I think somebody said they were like 40 to 60 pounds or something like that. Those cars flying through the air, like, I don't know, it's special. And like
Majestic.
there's so much articulation in the suspension because they're so big that it's just like,
Yep.
it's wild. I don't know, it's
Yeah.
different.
Those were good videos.
But-
I enjoyed those too.
I appreciate that, but that's what I'm talking about. Like that, there's something for everybody. If you want bigger, and then there's micro stuff, right? So if you want to go that direction and race something almost like that, not like okay, apparently you're not a micro guy, but like if you wanted to, like,
Nah, I'm just...
but in the world of RC, there's
I'm
something
good.
for everybody.
Dean would be remiss if I didn't talk about the 2023 mini nationals in March. Tell the people hold it together for me. But
I'm not getting paid to hold it together. In fact, I'm not getting paid at all.
Me either. But
You work here.
yeah, for another 7 minutes. No, but we
Yeah,
do,
the
we do have
mini-nats
the
are coming
mini-nats
up.
coming up. But
Yep.
we'll do another full show about that. Just
Oh, I'm sure.
had to throw that in there
Dean
so,
will want to
so I didn't get scolded.
put on his face cream and be on here.
His face cream.
Like lotion. Sorry, Dean.
He's a good sport. But anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know where we got lost of that one.
Oh, it's rabbit hole at this point.
But
Well, if we're wrapping up, let me throw out one last thing real quick. I'm going to be looking for people. I want two buddies that battle out on the track. I want to start a versus series where I'm going to bring some people in on that. If you are like the RJ Speed Legends expert that knows those things inside and out, I'd love to get together with you, sit down, break down the cars. I'm just using that as an example. Whatever your expertise is, painter, tinkerer, I just want to start showing again the technical skill that this hobby has to offer.
So you're looking for, not just for a specific genre, but like people who have a specialized skill in the hobby that you
I
can
just
highlight.
Yeah, so basically, let's say you race a class. I don't know, like what's the TTO2? And you know a ton about that, and we can sit down and you can teach somebody that would be new to this everything about that TTO2. That's what I want. I want to start diving a little bit more in. So again, if it's a class that you race, if it's a car that you know inside and out, or if you're building something unique and special, I don't know. I'd like to see that too.
There's got to be some of that out there.
I do that all the time. I guess I'll just have to tell you to come film it.
I offer all the time, so it's not on me. I know it's not on me.
Speed run cars on pedal tires. It's a thing.
Anything. I'm
In
open
the
for.
snow.
I'm open for any ideas.
You need some snow footage this winter.
We need some snow.
Also, yes.
It's been like 46 degrees out. Like,
I know, it's
been
nice.
warm. I did do a snow video a few years back, but I haven't been able to do another one because last time it snowed last year, it was insanely cold and windy and nobody wanted to be outside.
You're right.
And it hasn't snowed yet this year. We got lucky that it was a nice day. But aside from snow footage, yeah, definitely reach out to Josh if you want anything filmed, action-wise or
Weddings,
whatever he does. He
music
does
videos,
everything. Honestly,
anything.
he's a good guy. But check out his channel. Links down below. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys this week. If you have any ideas or whatever as far as camera work goes, drop a comment down below. And if you can't, for some reason, get to his channel from the links, drop a comment there, and I will relay it to him. Any ideas? We're all ears all the time.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem. We'll see you guys next week.
Stay safe.
Don't be jerks.